This is Bad Brothers. This is Bad Brothers Podcast Election Special.
Ooh.
Hit. And I don't know why this struck me as funny. It just did. I drive, you and I both. We drive commuter cars.
Oh, yeah.
Mine's Honda Fit. Yours is a Chevy Cruze?
No. Sonic?
No, Cruze is the
Supersonic.
Chevy Sonic.
Shout out Gary Payton.
Sean Kemp. But it's smaller, so we should say Gary Payton. We both drive commuter cars. Mine's pretty small. Well, I pulled in the gas station this morning. Sorry, Tammy, to buy some energy drinks. I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
And when I did so, I parked 2 spaces over from a giant Ford F-350 or something.
Diesel.
It was diesel.
I just said
diesel.
I just said diesel. I don't know why I said that.
Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel?
I feel like the same people that say diesel are the same people that say some other hick sounding thing.
Yeah, but it's not Vin Diesel.
I say Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel.
I don't say diesel. I don't say, see. Diesel. I feel like the people that say diesel are the same people that say oil.
Oh, man.
And Washington.
Yeah, I got my oil changed in my truck this weekend.
Diesel.
You know.
Diesel. Maybe I've been watching too much.
Not that one. The other one.
I've been listening to too much country music and listening
I got the big old diesel.
Been listening to too much country music and listening to too much Nate Bargatze.
Nate Dogg.
Nateland podcast. Nate Bargatze.
I listened to one. It didn't make it into my rotation.
Me neither, but I gave it a shot.
He's so funny, though.
He is.
Shout out.
Shout out Nate Bargatze and Nateland podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Country music.
Oh, yeah. When Landon was little, we had all the cars, books, and paraphernalia, and anything Disney put out. We had it. We had all the car stuff, And I would do all the accents.
Oh,
in
yeah.
all the books, in all the toys, in all the kinds of funs and gettings and getting-ons we'd be doing. I was just doing all kinds of accents. So, I can get behind a Southern accent.
I can then get behind a Southern accent because 2 things I love. Barbecue and some good old Southern blues.
Oh, yeah. You got to get you some blues. If you're out there listening to this year podcast and you think I just went out of the accent for a second, I'm sorry.
If you want to talk in a Southern accent, especially from some Savannah, Georgia, you just got to talk like you got molasses running out of your mouth.
Okay, I'm glad you gave me that little thing. Okay, let me just start in regular upper left North American accent, sometimes called, actually West Coast accent, sometimes called the Hollywood accent.
Really?
Because it's something they train.
Did you see Margot Robbie in the Ice Skater movie? What's her name? Tanya Harding. She had a Pacific Northwest accent.
And let me tell you, it's pretty straightforward. They call it a pretty generic accent. They think to the rest of the U.S., it's nothing. And oh yeah, I forgot I turned our heat on a week ago.
Interesting.
So we are in the garage, if I haven't mentioned. Were we going to talk about something on this podcast besides country music?
Country music.
I had an idea, but we can go. I didn't want to talk about country music because I wanted to make up a country song.
In the meantime.
But this week has just been crazy.
Oh, yeah.
But Sometime in the future, I've got 2 things on my plate that I have not put any time and effort into, and one is a country song. I will do that. I promise.
Okay.
And
I'm sitting next to a banjo, so
it will be in the style or have elements of which we are going to talk about. But also, there will be a Spiros-centric episode in the future. And I have all the lyrics for my song. I just need to...
Oh, you already wrote it?
Yes.
Oh.
I've written all the lyrics. And I sort of have the vibe. But it's just hard. Like, it's not that I want to make it a legitimate song, because I know it's not going to be a legitimate song. I'm not
going to be a Billboard hit.
I'm not Pooh Bear. I'm not Charlie Puth. I'm not Billie Eilish and Phineas, like we said a couple episodes ago. However, I want it to be 20% decent. It has to have enough
a listenability.
It has to have enough decency to make it. If it's so bad, you think, oh, this is so bad, it takes me out of the funny. I want it to have enough decency that you're just able to just let the funny wash over you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so a few weeks ago, we talked about how I was trying to listen to country music. And here's the deal. If I asked someone, said, hey, here's the deal. I'm trying to listen to country music. Hit me with someone. Hit me with a country artist.
I gave you one good song to listen to, and it might even be apropos, but
Keith Urban, Cats Wearing Sweaters. What was it?
Yes.
Is that the name of the song?
Keith Urban, Cats Wearing Sweaters. Yep, that was it.
Yeah, and so, no. That's a big no.
Take your cat and leave my sweater. We got nothing left with it.
Right, and so your generic country songs that people are into, I can't get into. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's for me, it's been the overproduction of the music. Everything just sounds fake and like it's made in GarageBand. It's the oversimplified lyrics of, which we can get into, the oversimplified lyrics of, red dress, whiskey, cold beer, blue jeans.
Cold beer.
And is it that? Is it the simplified music? It's the 4 chords? I don't know. But I
don't mind the 4 chords.
I don't mind 4 chords either. But here's the update. I found some I like. And I don't know if it's the hipster in me.
Do you have a playlist or what? You got some artists?
I have a playlist, and the name of the playlist is I Guess I'll Give It a Try.
Oh, snap. He did, folks. Okay, this is enough.
If we want, I'll post the link. Oh, I'm sorry. I named it I Guess I'll Try. Oh, that was a loud one.
That was
a loud crack.
I'm sorry for how loud
I guess
was,
I'll
folks.
Try. Will's country music playlist. So in the past, I talked about Chris Stapleton. I like his voice. Blah 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 blah. And so a couple people I found for you listeners out there: Arlo McKinley and the Lonesome Sound. They're from Ohio, I'm guessing, because that's the shape of the state on their album cover.
Oh, snap.
They definitely
Didn't I say Sugarland too?
Yeah, and that falls into the category of no.
It's hard. Her voice.
And then, so that he has a very country sounding voice. There's some bluegrass elements. There's some violin. There's some harmonica, stuff like that. I like his voice a lot. There's not too much whiskey, blue jean, cold beer. There's some mention of whiskey.
Is that who were you playing right when I was?
That was the next one I was going to get to.
Okay.
Next one I was going to get to.
My apologies.
Next one I was going to get to is Grady Spencer and The Work. And he is definitely maybe not the most country, but guitar player. There's lots of like bluesy guitar, and maybe that's why I like it more than other country music. But it's not the most like country twangy music. But definitely I believe from Nashville. He was
Nash Vegas, as they
Nash
call it.
Vegas, as they call it. He was a construction foreman while in the band and becoming a band.
What a good story.
Oh yeah. And so he's like a good old middle-aged guy, plays the guitar, was
People
a
have
construction
jobs.
foreman.
People have jobs.
And so there's lots of good blues guitar. Grady Spencer in the work and Arlo McKinley. Those are the two big ones that I discovered in the last couple of weeks that I really like latched onto. Grady Spencer. Grady Spencer.
The work. Bad name.
Oh, hey, we're not talking about names here. We're talking about the music.
And we could play these for you, but we'd get kicked off of something.
Yes, look it up yourself. Definitely, really. Grady Spencer is one I can just turn on.
Just don't want to
play the whole album, and it just plays in the background of my life, which is a big deal because a lot of albums, you like a couple songs or whatever. So that's where I'm at with country music. And I've made a couple of breakthroughs, but still definitely, like, if you gave me a country artist, I'd be like, nah, pass. I still haven't like reached that real point. But just a little background story. If you even mentioned country music a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I would have been like,
that was two fingers rising steadily into the air from my brother.
With fart noise.
With fart noise. That was obvious.
That's how I felt about country music. And I also watched Hot Fuzz 2 days ago. So the two fingers rising.
Great movie.
Two fingers rising was in my head.
Yeah, I feel like, I have one country station on the radio in my car, but it's like I can't.
I could never do radio country. Like, you're talking about FM radio?
I'm talking about low down, dirt kicking, bull sitting, beer swigging, country radio on the FM dial.
Can't do it.
And I can do about, if I'm starving, boy, let me tell you, I gotta really be starving for some country.
That was pretty molassesy. I liked it.
I can do a day or two.
Somehow my phone has been playing Donnell Rawlings' Tiger Belly for the last 4-5 minutes.
But yeah, all the songs sound the same. Let me tell you, I'm sorry. I'm going to tag Carrie Underwood in this episode, but they have ruined Carrie Underwood. Ever since she did that freaking Bash the Headlights In song, it's like they just give her all those type of songs.
Oh, yeah.
And
the key in the car.
She does have an insane voice.
What was it called? If He Cheats or something like that?
Oh, yeah. Don't act like you don't know it.
Well, don't get me started on cheating.
And different subject, different day. Let's keep it on country music. But, yeah, country radio.
Before He Cheats. I just remembered.
Yeah, you said it.
I didn't say before, but go ahead. I said if.
But yeah, all the songs, they do have a similar vibe to them. They do have a similar thing. And you mentioned it in your text to me, which is, Bo Burnham did it best. Go on Netflix. I think it's still on Netflix, but
oh yeah, it's on Netflix, it's on YouTube. Bo Burnham, country music. He said it best, and he gave a good example. He wrote his own country song using all basic country music. Faux pas. What's the word I never use that I just learned? Tropes.
Tropes. Oh,
I just learned that word. And still when people say it, it's like not a word to my brain. But yeah, it's like cold beer, red dress.
Red dress. They've been adding sundress lately.
Oh, sundress. Whiskey. I catch whiskey a lot as I'm on this adventure. And I'm not a whiskey guy. I'm a tequila guy. So whenever they say whiskey, I'm like, eh. eh. You know what I
I'm
mean?
usually a vodka something guy.
Yeah. We talked about that, Fatty McFatterson. Just kidding. Too deep. Anyway.
Let the listener know that was uncalled for.
Oh boy.
That is actually
I'm never going to live this down.
keto approved.
I'm never going to live this down. Okay. Red dress, whiskey, blue jean, cold beer. What else? Lost dog.
Pandering.
Red truck. Red truck.
No. Dog is not that big of a deal anymore.
True.
That was old. Oh wait, do you remember this? Let me make it personal here for a second. Wiki for a second. You were probably too young to remember, but do you remember, or have you heard of On the Wind? Mom and Dad, pretty much just Mom, going through a country phase.
Here's what I remember about it. Christmas. Vince Gill, Christmas.
Oh yeah, I think we said that.
And then, although Leanne Rhymes, I remember, and then, who was the other one? There was one more.
Oh yeah, Leanne Rhymes. She was like a 14-year-old hit, and all of a sudden you're just like, oh yeah, Leanne Rhymes. She's popular, and she's like,
I had like.
Oh yeah, I'm 29. It's like, what?
Leanne Rhymes. I had probably one of my first celeb crushes on.
Oh, get it, boy.
And then there was one more. Brown hair, long curly brown hair girl.
Shania Twain.
No. We'll have to text Mom on this one because my preschool teacher looked like her, and I was like, "Is that so and so?" And I said it with that Southern accent. I was like, "Is that so and so?" And it was a singer and
Female with brown hair.
female.
It's not
Not specific enough. Anyway, yeah. So I do remember the slight country phase at home, especially Christmas time. Vince Gill Christmas.
Yeah, it was just like 1 year because I actually do remember to Mom listening to country radio in the car.
I don't remember that.
And let me just give you the rundown real quick of what was happening in the car. It was 100% Christian all the time.
Oh yeah, I remember.
No
that.
doubt. If Mom was driving.
True.
If Dad was driving.
Amy Grant.
In the olden days, you could get some Queen tapes in the radio.
Ooh, I wasn't that old of days. I only got Best of the Eagles.
Oh, yeah. I actually didn't hear a lot of Eagles. But
yeah, you were already gone.
I could probably sing all the Queen songs.
Really? I didn't know that Queen tapes existed.
Yeah.
And for me, it was 97.3 KBSG, best of 60s.
97.3 KBSG.
Yeah, best of 60s, 70s, and 80s. So that's where I got a lot of those oldies hits, like Sitting on the Dock of the Bay,
Watching the glass.
time.
Oh, yeah. That's
Oh, sorry, I skipped ahead.
Yeah.
Skipped ahead. Sorry.
And, of course, you got the warm 106.9.
Yeah. And which we talked about that.
And we talked about, unless it was in the deleted episode, about my dad sticking up for Delilah when I said, oh, she's so fake. And
That may have been in the deleted episode.
You don't know her. She is a good woman. That's what he said to me. She is a good woman.
Love songs with Delilah.
Okay. Whatever. It's just, she just seemed interesting to me.
She seems fake to me.
And it's just radio. It's like, I don't know if she's a good woman.
Yeah, how am I supposed to know?
She could be the BTK killer for all I know.
Yeah. BTS killer.
Oh. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Let's
Wait, did you hear what I said? Amy Grant. That's the person I was thinking of. Maybe not the most country, but that's the person I was thinking of.
Okay, not country at all.
Because
Number
she
one.
married to Vince Gill? She at least did something with
Yes.
Vince Gill. Married?
Yes.
Okay,
I
so
think because she divorced her husband to marry Vince Gill. It was a big
scandal.
hullabaloo.
Because she was kind of Christian, right?
Not kind of. 100%.
Oh.
Okay. I got to find this video for you.
Okay.
But I'm going to talk about Amy Grant was my first CD that I ever had. We were living in Causey. I lived in the basement like a psycho.
Like James and the Giant Peach.
To me, the basement was like so interesting because
Did it have a full ceiling, or was it like you could see the rafters?
There was full ceiling. It was like one of those, what do they call them? Like day basements. So the wall was like, 5 feet up, and then you had like 2 feet of a couple windows on one side.
Oh, yeah.
But it was just like, little 1.5 window.
Yeah, like right above the ground.
And I could see the dog come sniffing by the window.
Yeah.
Samantha for short. Husky Sheltie mix. Great dog.
Not Husky Collie mix, because my whole life has been a lie if it is.
I believe it's Husky Sheltie mix. Sheltie.
Fair.
But I don't know what that is. I'm saying Husky Sheltie.
I always say Husky Collie.
What even is a Sheltie? Is Sheltie a thing?
Yeah.
Sheltie.
That's a thing, but I just always have said Collie.
Sheltie.
I know they look similar, the two of them. Anyway.
Okay.
You lived in the basement.
Lived down there. I had like maybe a queen size bed, a full size bed. So here's what was down there.
You had a full size bed at that time?
It was so weird. Okay. Second grade. Basement of a house. A big house. Basement of a decent sized house. Have a queen size bed. Maybe a full size, but I'm going to say queen size.
Living in luxury.
I know. It was the best I've ever lived in my life. Here's what it was. It was the basement. It was just the cement pad. It was nothing.
Yeah.
There was office carpet.
It was like a finished, like, what do you call that? Foundation.
Yeah, exactly. There was just office carpet in the bottom. There was a TV. It was one of those wooden TVs that you had to click by hand.
Oh, yeah. Probably weighed like 500 pounds.
I don't know. Didn't try and pick it up. I was in second grade, so you had to come along and ruin things. Okay, and but I got a queen size bed and I lived in the basement.
I didn't get a queen size bed till I didn't live at home.
And so I went down there and I had a bedside table and I had a big wooden TV, and there was like some kind of love seat or couch. I don't remember which.
It's a bachelor pad, sounds like.
And yeah, exactly, because there was also a Nintendo down there.
A NES?
And there was one time where they moved the washer and dryer downstairs and they built a laundry room in that area. And I remember Dad burned his hand really bad. And there was like a spark or something. And I remember his whole fingers being black like freaking Dumbledore and, Half-Blood Prince. For all my Dumbledore heads out there.
Mm.
And
it's funny because I remember Dad burning his hand on Steam.
Oh, yeah. I was alive for the Edward Scissorhands burning, where he, as you do in a lot of houses that are heated with a wood stove, you keep some kind of steam kettle on top of the stove, because the
humidity
air gets so dried out by the fire that you need the extra humidity from the kettle. And what happened is Dad added water to a kettle that was already hot.
Dry.
What?
It was hot and dry, so then
Oh,
it
yeah,
added the
yeah,
water,
yes,
and
yes,
it went.
yes, and steam created instantly, covering his hands, and first, second, and third degree burns all over his hand and fingers. His skin was falling off, and he had to go to the hospital, obviously. And they wrapped his hands up, and when they wrapped it in gauze, they just went out, 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 out. And so the gauze like stuck out like
Farther than his normal finger.
Yeah, so it looked kind of like pointy little cones on each of his fingers. And it was not a good time. But I did live in the basement, and I had 2 CDs. I had Amy Grant and Michael W. Smith.
Classic.
Amy Grant, I had You Like to Drive Like Mario Andretti. I like it taking my time. And I could think of more. It hits me every once in a while. But what I do remember is that was the first time. I mean, I think I liked the girls early on. I don't know what early on
The
is.
girls?
Any girls.
Uh-huh.
Just people who I was in love with. I think I was in love with girls. Like, I felt like I loved them.
That's what Leanne Rimes was definitely one of my first like girls.
And it wasn't just like a light crush. It was like, I feel like I love this person.
Yeah.
And I think part of it was Amy Grant and hearing her talk about her man likes to drive like Mario Andretti.
Yeah.
But she likes it taking her time. And
That's why you have 17 speeding tickets?
Baby, I'm taken with the notion.
Is that the same song?
To love you with the sweetest of devotion. Stop for a minute.
See,
Baby, I'm so glad you're mine.
I know that song so well.
Yeah.
Is that the same CD? Because
she probably kept it.
Because that's the one.
Ever since the day you put my heart in motion, baby, I'm so glad that I'm getting over you. There's a key change part of it.
Oh.
Or some kind of like.
Baby. Dude, when I heard that baby, my heart changed.
Mine did. I was only in 2nd grade.
So that was the same CD, huh? See, that was the same thing I heard. That.
Have you ever heard of Sexual Awakenings?
Sexual Awakenings? Maybe. I've heard of Sexual Healing.
I'm going to have to pee again. I just went pee a half hour ago, but
same.
I had too much caffeine today and
alcohol.
This carbonated soda I'm drinking.
Yeah. I believe it says carbonated seltzer with natural flavors.
Yeah, I get. But also, yeah. Okay, here's what happened. Mom and Dad. Oh, I forgot I was looking up a video. Mom and Dad, they went to Jesus Northwest. Now, Jesus Northwest was
the Coachella of Christian Northwest music.
Was the Coachella of Christian music in Washington.
Yeah.
And it was pre-creation, if you don't know, Creation Fest.
Mm-hmm.
And it was called Jesus Northwest.
Didn't we go there one time or just them? Because I felt like when we went one time, it was Jesus Northwest.
I did go to a Jesus Northwest, and I remember Dad had a pink T-shirt from Jesus Northwest. Oh, I am really
not as good as his molasses shirt, but yeah,
I'm gonna have to pause.
That bad, huh?
Yeah, it's coming on.
What are we doing? What time are we at?
34 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
Which for the listener probably
30.
Okay,
because I could go too.
It's gonna be an ordeal.
I'm pinching it.
This is when we went pee. Why were we talking about Amy Grant?
Country music, first CDs,
all
that
then
stuff.
So easily, I remembered we were talking about country music. Then I was like, well, now we have to figure out.
Vince Gill, wife, affair.
Yeah, we have to remember. And exactly. So it was like a big deal. Oh, I had the perfect pause for the episode of why I can bring up. There's this video I have to send you, and it has to do with Amy Grant was like the belle of the ball of Christian music.
Oh, yeah.
And then she went dun 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 secular.
Dun, dun, dun.
And here's the deal. It's like a love song, can be isn't anti-Christ.
Right. Like, is it a love song to Jesus or is it a love song to a mortal man?
It doesn't matter. It's like if I sang Tammy a love song, it doesn't mean I want to forsake.
Yeah, doesn't mean you're not Christian.
The Lord, Jesus,
Yeah.
Yahweh.
Yeah.
Red Dress country song, which that would give you 7 bazillion options, but Red Dress, Amy Grant. Amy Grant, Red Dress. Okay.
Immigrant song? Is that what it's called?
Okay. There's the official music video for That's What Love Is For.
To help us through it.
Nothing else can do it.
Yeah.
Defenses.
Dang, these songs are like, all you had to do is like say like 2 words and
Give
it
us
all just
strength
comes
to
back.
try once more.
Okay.
Baby, that's what love
We get it.
is for. But there's a funny video I gotta send you. It's like she's got this dress on in this video, which she's, I mean, it's,
You mean Little Red Riding?
it's ugly, and she just
Yeah,
raised. I was just gonna say she pretty much just looks like Little Red Riding Hood. But there's this guy, and it's talking about like how red dress is like the satanic ritual or
Scarlet Letter.
Oh man, that's so funny. Okay, but yes,
When you
then
said Yahweh, I saw a page today that was a flat earth page. And of course it said something, I'll praise our Savior, Jesus Christ, Yahweh, whatever. And just like you said. But of course, like flat earth is somehow related to that. And that's what made me laugh.
that's funny. Biggity. Yeah, so I was about to say our parents were into country music for like a year, but it wasn't really. It was just
Yeah.
mom.
It was the basic stuff, Vince Gill.
I've asked her
whatever.
about it, and I don't really know.
They don't really. Yeah.
She didn't really
They
give
weren't
an
country. They
explanation.
weren't really country people.
Oh, we can do the accent, but we ain't that country.
No. We ain't country enough. Maybe a little fried okra, maybe a little catfish, but we ain't country.
Yeah, my mom. I don't know where your mom was born, but my mom was born in Louisiana, so
Yeah. Grandma from Oklahoma.
and some Arkansas.
What does
I think.
Beyonce say? My daddy, Texarkana or something. My mama, something, Texas, Bama. Put that
Are you
together.
talking about lemonade?
Yeah, I think so.
I forget.
Yeah. Something about hot sauce in her purse. I don't know. Anyway, little episode update. You're most of the way through now.
Take you to Red Lobster.
Sheltie's short for Shetland Collie. So we're both right.
Oh, both correct. We got a double winner here on
Winner.
Bad Brothers Podcast. That's going to have to go to the judges in the Jeopardy round. And Alex,
We'll give the AKC a call. Let's see what they think.
American Kennel Club. And yeah, I think we are going to go with Sheltie on this one.
I'm still
It's
stuck on
more
Collie.
specific.
It is more specific, but I'm still stuck on Collie.
But all I know is I cared for this tender dog when she...
All I know is she liked to play with snakes.
Look at all them chickens. That's what you remind me.
Here's what I knew.
added
Here's what
a
I knew
southern
about
twist on
Sam.
it. Look at all those chickens.
Look at all these chickens. That's a great video. Rest in power, Vine.
Oh, R.I.P. Vine.
So here's what I knew about Sam, the husky collie. She liked to, well, as you're weed whacking and you found a snake, you just like smack the snake real quick with the weed whacker.
Yeah.
And then fling it for the dog to play with. And she'd
That is
toss
true.
it all around.
One time I saw her take on a deer.
Oh, yeah, I know the story. I don't think it was from live experience.
That did not go well. The deer did that thing that some.
You always think deer are gonna go with the antlers, and they don't. They go with the four.
I've seen dogs and cats do it, but what the deer did was kind of raise up on the hind legs, put the front appendages together, the hooves on this creature.
Yeah.
And try to come down in a forceful pounce.
Yeah.
If you will.
Yeah, you think they're going to use their giant pointy antlers, and they don't. They use their front appendages.
And, she came home worse for wear in that fight.
Because it was a male deer, right? With
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm assuming so. I did not see the genitalia, but I did see the antlers.
Well, I think that kind of gives it away.
Well, I just want to.
It was a hoofed ruminant. Am I not correct?
I just want to leave room for any intersex deer that may be listening.
Yeah.
Did we have anything else to wrap up?
Yeah, this episode is brought to you by Mark's Barbershop.
Oh.
Located in Gig Harbor, Washington.
This is going to cost him. Wait, who's Mark?
It's the father.
Oh.
It's a family-owned business. Mark's still there. He doesn't work as much. Sometimes you can catch him at 7 Seas drinking beer, but... Mark's Barbershop, Gig Harbor, Washington, Tuesday to Saturday. Go online, book an appointment, because it's coronavirus. We don't want too many people in that place.
I think booking an appointment's fine.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, I understand saying
you can
walk-in's always welcome. It would be nicer to say that.
Yeah,
but it's
and they were always
deal
great about that. There's couches, there's TVs, there's water, there's candy. But coronavirus. So make an appointment. Mark's Barbershop. They'll take care of you. Tell them the Bad Brother sent you.